December 2018, I think.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
December of 2018 or 2019. And so, here we are, you know?
Oh, so you was in the feds.
Oh, yeah. They had me in the feds. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you in the feds though, and you said you wanted to get somewhere else, you able to just tell them you want to go, or how that go?
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they got a point system there. You know what I'm saying? Like much like I'm sure like the state or anything else, but they got a point system. And so if your points drop, then they'll put you in for Grand Prairie. We got a cool case manager, cool counselor. You know what I'm
Put
saying?
you
You
in
fly
for
up under the
Grand
radar.
what?
Grand Prairie is where the feds. That's the people who make the decision where you go. You know what I mean? The case manager, your case manager, and your counselor will say, okay, you know what I'm saying? He been programming, he been staying out the way. We'll put you into Grand Prairie decide where you go. In special circumstances, they can kind of manipulate it and say, hey, you know, we really want for this guy to go here. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Grand Prairie, Texas, I think it's Grand Prairie, Texas, they decide, you know what I mean, where you gonna fall at. You know what I mean? Because it was a couple of times, like I think I put in for, where did I put in for? I put in for some place and they ended up sending me to Springfield the first time because I didn't even put in for Springfield. But I always say God have a plan or has a plan because in Springfield, you know, I was able to, you know, get some college credits and, you know,
Also it worked out for you in your
it
favor.
still worked out in my favor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I always say, man, we have a plan, but the plan that God has for us is better than the one we have for ourselves. You know what I mean?
Right about that.
So you turned it into a university like we've been hearing on the past shows. Everybody else that went to prison, they didn't just go there, sit, waste their time, sitting down, not doing nothing, sitting back, getting weight.
Right.
They read books and used it as university.
I used to trip on guys, man, because I used to be like, dudes would be there talking about this, they had that, they had these type of women, they had, you know, this going on.
You definitely gonna brag.
But you see them, and they the first ones out there playing basketball. They the first ones, you know, doing push-ups and all this shit. Now, don't get me wrong, I played basketball and I did my fair share of push-ups and exercises and all this stuff, man. But man, I stayed in that law library, man. You know what I mean? I stayed in them books, you know, kept my head up under the radar because I knew I had something to really be out here for. You know what I mean? And then not only that, I wanted to prepare myself, and when I did come back out here, I didn't want to be behind, man. You know what I mean? So, like, I worked on my credit. I took credit repair classes while I was in there. Worked on my credit. You know what I'm saying? So that way, when I came out here, it wouldn't be too hard for me to get, you know, certain things to get a jump, to where I wouldn't have to go back and resort to the shit that I was doing to get me in there in the first place. You know what I mean? Because that shit easy. I can easily do that. I was very good
jump
at that
back
shit.
in the mix.
It's in my paperwork. I've already had success in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like I got street money, but I got real street money. It's in my paperwork. Motherfucker, look me up. You know what I'm saying? But to be able to come from my type of background and be able to function in society and not actually be a menace to society anymore. You know what I'm saying? But an actual asset. You know what I mean, man? Shit. You know that speaks volumes, man. So that's the stage of life where I'm at right now, man. Because the reason why I say that, man. Jail is messed up. It's all the way fucked up. Let's say it's straight up fucked up. Yeah, jail is fucked up. And so, like, my whole thing is, man, I don't want to go back to jail, and I ain't gonna tell on nobody. So I might as well stay on the porch. You know what I mean? Now that don't make me soft. That don't mean that I don't know what I'm capable of doing. You see what I'm saying? But man, I ain't throwing no bricks at the penitentiary. I just ain't trying to go back. You know what I mean? So I practice staying out the way. You know what I mean? I stayed out the way in there, and so ain't no thing is staying out. It's even easier to stay out the way in here. I mean, out here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you know when you on the inside,
say.
You got all these groups of people that are so close together. These is people that you would never be around in life.
Right.
So you might indulge in bullshit here and there and taking your chance. But when you free and you out here, you don't got to see none of them people. And you can dictate your environment a little bit better.
Right. Well, to break it down even more in there, you can have a situation with someone, right? It could be someone you dislike, you know, y'all could have had an altercation, a disagreement. And you're going to still have to see this person. You know what I'm saying? Where out here, you can say, "Oh man, I don't want to be bothered with them," and then you ain't got to see them no more. You see what I'm saying? It's a much bigger space, much bigger playground. You know what I mean? Where in there, you have to know people's skills. You have to know how to, you know what I'm saying, handle different circumstances, different situations as they arise. You know what I mean? Because you can lose your life, man. You know, and there are people, man, in there, like you never know. You see what I'm saying? When someone that had a bad call from home, got a bad letter, you see what I'm saying? And they done woke up that day, man, and they was in their cell that morning, and they said, man, the first motherfucker look at me wrong, man, he gonna get it.
Be like,
you know what I'm saying? And it be like that, man. You see what I'm saying? And so, like, man, that's the whole thing, man. You know what I mean? In prison, there's only certain things, just like there's only certain things that the Army can teach you. There's only certain things that college campuses can teach you. Only certain things high school can teach you. But there's only certain things prison can teach you also. You know what I mean?
You know the main thing prison taught me?
What's that?
To be able to respect others.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I went in as a disrespectful person.
Yeah.
And then being around all these different people that I don't know their background, don't know what they're capable of, don't know what they're doing, it made me, I ain't gonna say put me in a scared state of mind, but it made me be respectful and humble being there around them, because I'm around people that ain't never going home.
Right.
You know what I mean? I get a chance to go home, so that put a mark on me even more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I gotta be respectful. I gotta watch my tones. I gotta watch where I walk and how I'm moving. You know what I mean? Because I don't know when this next nigga gonna snap out.
Right. So key word you just said in that was humble. You have to humble yourself
and respect.
Before you gotta humble yourself before you can even receive it or give that respect. Respect go a long way.
It goes a very long way,
man.
And that's the problem that we having out here in society right now, man. People just don't respect people, man, the way that they supposed to and the way that they used to, man. People don't show respect, man. You know what I mean? You know, and like that's the whole thing, man. Is like, you know, that's one of the things that we have to, you know, try to get back towards, man. Like we was talking about off camera before we started and everything, man. You know, like the way that we came up is a lot different from how they coming up nowadays, or how they being raised nowadays, and it's evident, man. You know, but again, that goes back to how, you know, how we've been disenfranchised and how, you know, like we've been, you know, disproportionately affected, man, you know, as a community, man, and as a people have been held under attack, man, for so long, man. And man, like I was tripping on it the other day. I forgot where I was at. Where was I at? I was at FedEx. And man, you know, just people just in general, man, are so angry out here, man. I'm talking about, man, people are mad everywhere you go.
And it's easy to be mad, though.
It's
always something to be mad at.
You so right, because this is just a couple of hours ago.
Yeah.
I'm driving back on the highway. I'm coming from Branson. You know, I took family out there.
That's right.
I'm vacating
in
Branson. I'm coming back, so you know I gotta hit this and get on 4-4 real quick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I hurry up and try to get over in the line. I cut my blinker on and I wait. You know what I'm saying. But then I dip over in front of the dude. You know what I mean. But I got my blinker on. He could have let just
that road rage something, boy. Yeah.
So we ride. By the time we get to 7 Highway, you know what I mean. I'm going to 7 Highway. He ended up coming the same way, and he just dips over in front of me with no light on or nothing. You hear me? So now we come around 7 Highway and we get to the light, and so he pull up to the right and I pull up to the left, and I roll down my window. I said, all you got to do is cut your blinker on. I would have let you in. Oh, how many times you going to fucking cut me off? I said, you's a pussy. Quit talking to me. Quit talking to me before I fuck you up. Now I'm mad. Now you mad. Yeah, because he want to be arrogant and don't want to, you know what I'm saying, act right. You know what I mean? But that's how I go. And then things escalate. And then boom. Now somebody got to be a victim. Somebody got to be a victim. If there's too many witnesses around, now we're going to have a sentence that's going to get hammered on somebody. You hear me? That's how it go. Every day in the streets.
In the world.
Every day in the world, everywhere we at. You hear me? Straight up. Now let me ask you this though, Hakim. Like, before you went to the joint, did you see yourself being in that journey of life?
Man, shit, I mean, you know, I knew the stuff that I was doing could definitely land me in prison, especially federal prison.
We know that it could land us there,
but
but did you ever feel like it would be a part of your story?
I mean, I couldn't predict it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, like, I always, you know, had prepared myself like, damn, it might be a day, you know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna break it down like this. The morning that I went to prison, I was okay. So we had a stolen vehicle, right? And then we had another vehicle, which is a clean vehicle. So I'm in the clean vehicle, right? And I got the clean vehicle pulled up in my garage because I didn't want my neighbors, the way that my backyard sit, the neighbors could see my backyard and they could see my driveway. And so I didn't want them being like, damn, why is he changing tags and all that shit on the cars and shit like that? So I had the vehicle pulled up in my garage. And so I'm changing the tag and I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to pull out the garage. And something told me, a voice, man, clear as that. This is sure as shit as we talking right here, right now. I hear your voice. A voice said, "You not gonna see this house no more."
Damn.
And I didn't see the house no more after that. Wow. I didn't see the house no more until I got back out of prison. When I ride by somebody else living in it and all that shit. You know what I mean? And so, like, that was the premonition. Then there was a couple things that happened that morning to where it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you need to abandon this mission. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But unbeknownst to us, man, you know, like, we were already under investigation. The feds had put tracking devices on our vehicles.
Oh, wow.
The phones was tapped. You know what I mean? Like, they had us, like, you know what I mean? They had us pretty much pegged, man. And so, like, it was going. Another person, I was tripping on Jay Diggs. I know the rapper Jay Diggs. Yeah. They pretty much got done the same way. All except, like, they busted us right there at the scene. You know what I mean? Yeah, they busted us right there at the scene. So I'm getting ready to go. Did that have
something to do with somebody around you that was like feeding them info? How'd that go?
So basically what had happened, man, one of my people, he was associating with someone, and this person was already being scrutinized by them. Okay. And so because of that, then they like, okay, well then who is this? Too. Right. Yeah. So then when they locked in on us, they said, aha, okay, this is what these are, you know what I mean?
High-fiving.
Yeah. Damn. Because one time, because they said that we used to, which we did, they said that we specialize in what's known as takeover robberies. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So that means we go in there and take over the whole place. You see what I'm saying? It's our bank for the next 2 minutes. Yeah. So we go in there, clean the safes out, clean the drawers out, make everybody lay down. It's a takeover robbery. Yeah. And so we was looking at one, and when we were looking at it, this guy, this had never happened before. I guess he was the bank president or whatever. He comes outside, and when he come outside, he's standing there. We laying across the street watching it, right? We like, okay, this looking sweet, you know. We mapping it out. Okay, this is the route we're gonna take. This is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna approach it. You know, this is how we're gonna knock it out. And so as we sitting there chilling, you know, talking about how we're gonna do everything, and not knowing to us, we under investigation. The police is watching us too. You know what I'm saying?
So they watching y'all watching.
They watching us watch the bank. This is all in our paperwork. They watching us watch. They watching us watch a bank. You see what I'm saying? The rock. And so the guy, the bank president, I never forget this. My people said that all the years he's been doing, he said that it never happened to him either. But the dude come outside and just stood there, put his hands on his waist like that, and he stood there and he looking at us, right? And so we knew he made us. Yeah, the dude looked at us, the bank president or whoever he was. He came out the bank, and we across the street in the gas station, laying like we laying there just at the pump. You know what I mean? Laying there, and he come outside and he just put his hand on his waist like that. We said, "Damn," you know what I mean? So that was, and I'm saying all that to say that was another one of those signs right there.
The people already alerted to him.
The people already alerted. So right. And so like a lot of guys, they used to ask me, right? Well, not a lot, but dudes who didn't really understand when I was gone, they used to be like, man, you know, I was having all this, y'all had all that, man, you know. You know, like when you pull your pictures out and shit, and then, you know, when word come back, and then people be like, man, damn, them dudes was really some of them dudes out there. And so motherfuckers will be like, damn, man, why was y'all doing that? But at the time, this shit seemed normal to us, was normal to us. But at the time, it's just a job. Yeah. Like I tell dudes, like a lot of guys, they have it misconstrued about what a gangster is really about being, what a gangster is really about. A gangster is just a job. It's not a persona. It's not something that you put on. It's a job. You see what I'm saying?
Something that's done.
being a gangster is all about getting paid. That's it. It's just a job. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's a job title.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's a difference between a thug and a gangster. You know what I mean? And so like that was the whole thing, man. It was just, you know, it was just something that we did to get paid. You know what I mean? Along with several other things, man. You know. And so like right now we working on doing a documentary, which we working with 51 Visions. LB now, you know what I'm saying? LB, shout out to 51 Visions.
Shout out to LB.
And so we working on getting that done, you know what I mean, and doing a documentary about my father.
Man, that's gonna be like a straight up movie like thing, or you just gonna have it like just documentary, all real stuff.
So this gonna be like the documentary. We're gonna try to get that turned. So we working on a book. My father's working on a book.
Yeah.
And we trying to get the book turned into a documentary, which we already done started shooting the documentary, and then we're gonna try to get the documentary turned into a movie. Because man, like you got guys like this dude Frank Lucas, you got dudes like Nicky Barnes. They publicize all these dudes, but we all know their history. You see what I'm saying? We know how their stories ended up. Yeah. Well, this guy, my father, his name, a lot of the old heads know about his name's Kenneth Rayford. And so a lot of the people that know his story and especially understand about his story, no, his story should be told. He one of them guys, man, that have been down through there, caught his first case when he was 8 years old, caught his last case in his late 50s. You see what I'm saying?
When he was 8. What did he do to catch a case when he was 8, bro?
Man, went in the store and he was with his mother, my grandmother, and was in the store and got caught stealing.
Yeah, you know, back then it wasn't no law on how young.
It wasn't like it is now.
You get locked up at 8, 9 years old.
So he always tell me stories about a place they had called Lil Blue. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the old heads will know about that. Them was them group homes. Them was them homes where like, man, you had to fucking fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
used to be a lot of group homes.
Yeah. So one of them places was like Little Blue. That was one of the places that he always be talking about. And a lot of the old heads that we hear about, that was reputables throughout the city and in the town. So a lot of them came up through them stomping grounds. He was back in the walls, back when the walls was, you know what I'm saying, the Bloody Mile, all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? Leavenworth, he was in Leavenworth. Matter of fact, I used to go see my father in Leavenworth, you know what I'm saying, as a child growing up. My grandmother, who raised me, used to take me to go and see him. You see what I'm saying?
So let me get this straight. You as a child went to go see your father in the joint, and then you end up going to the joint.
And my child had to come to see me.
Come to see you.
Wow. Yeah.
And then you get out.
Yeah.
And then you got to go see your child.
Yeah. And see, as a matter of fact, my son, he just got out. So at one point, they had 3 generations of us locked up. They had my father locked up, me locked up, and my son. All 3 of us locked up at one time. You know what I mean?
By design.
Yeah, by design, falling prey to, falling victim to the trap, man, to, you know what I mean, the pitfalls, you know? And so that's why I'm trying to break that cycle, man.
You hear what you just said? To the trap.
To the trap.
Like,
that's what it is.
I'm in the trap. I'm trapping. I'm trapping.
You in the trap, all right.
It really is.
It really is a trap. And then you know what? You know what kills me too? A lot of them, it really is a trap when we look at it metaphorically, right? But a lot of them don't even understand what the real street terminology of trap really was. They say the trap actually really wasn't no dope house. The trap was a whole house. A lot of them don't even understand that. The trap was originally a whole house. A pimp gets his trap money. You know what I mean? Like I say, a pimp gets his trap money. Pimping mean put it in my pocket. So the hoe brings the trap money. The trap is the trap house where she brings the trip. I can break the shit down. This street shit is motherfucking.
We listening.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I'm saying all that to say, yeah, man, we fell victim to the trap that society has set for all of us. We don't own planes to bring the dope here. You know what I'm saying? We already disenfranchised. They showed this thing where what state was that in, man? Matter of fact, it's Kansas. Over in Kansas, they had a red line district. And so what they would do is the government would put money in certain areas, but other areas where predominantly black people lived that they wouldn't put no money there. So them houses was dilapidated. We were dying 15 years earlier than what we were supposed to be because we couldn't get assistance on proper health care, proper food, all these sort of things. You see what I'm saying? So now I was just watching on the news, they're getting ready to try to turn all that around and they're getting ready to take the COVID relief funds and start pumping that stuff into these areas. But I'm not gonna say that it's a little bit too late. But shit, man, look at the effect that this done had on us, man. You see what I'm saying? You know, so then they wonder why we used to go and take them guns, man, and run up in there, man, and take their shit and all that, man. This is why. You see what I'm saying? You know, because I ain't never played fair, and as a matter of fact, this is how y'all started. Y'all started out taking everything. Then y'all take everything, and then y'all tell me I'm wrong for taking it.
Was built on
you better not do that. Yeah, because America was built on blood, you know, off the blood, sweat, and tears of others. You see what I'm saying? But then when I go do it, I'm wrong. You know what I mean? It's a problem. You see what I'm saying?
Behind every what?
Shit, oh yeah, behind every great fortune is an even greater crime.
You goddamn
you know
right.
what I mean? Shit, you know, so like,
goddamn right.
Yeah,
shit.
man.
That's how it go though, man. We can't let them figure that like the design that they made is for us. So we gotta design our own plans for ourselves.
Right.
Starting with our families,
right?
Then let that shit branch out,
right?
Yeah,
well,
let
see,
it branch out.
And that's the whole thing, man. Like we all have to try to break these cycles, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I believe that.
you know, like the cycles of violence that we live in. I mean, you know, like don't get me wrong, man. I'm like any man, man. I believe in self-defense, man, and standing up for yourself, man, and you know, fighting, take care of your women and your children, man. Like I'm all for that. You know what I mean? But the senseless violence. The shit just because a nigga said something that we could have talked it out.
Man.
You could have told me, man, how you felt. And we could get a better understanding. You see what I'm saying? To where we ain't have to kill each other over that.
And real men talk it out.
Right. You know what I mean? If we have a disagreement, and see that's the problem, man. Like the way that the youth are being taught, and we was talking about that earlier too, man. Like they just being taught murder, kill. The new thing is drill. You know what I'm saying? You know, the new thing is this drill, walk up on you, knock your noodles out, that sort of shit.
Man.
And I get it. I understand, but at the same time, I don't understand it because a lot of that shit, and I forgot who said that, man. I think it might have been the little guy King Von or one of them, but he was talking about something that had happened. And he was like, "Damn, we could have talked that out." You know what I mean? Yeah. But it was too late. It was too late for us to talk it out. We automatically went there. You see what I'm saying? And so, like, that's the whole thing, man. Because what happens, man, and a lot of us don't realize it, man. But a lot of shit is put in front of us. And it's the forest before the trees. A lot of shit is put in front of us to distract us from what we really should be paying attention to.
It's always a distraction.
Yeah, it's systematic. Right. Look at the trees because we don't want you to pay attention to the forest. We don't want you to see what's going on back there. You see what I'm saying? Because if you do, you might focus your attentions and anger and your animosity towards the motherfuckers who you really should be focusing it towards. You know what I mean? Towards these people, man, that's making these laws that are continuously, man, disenfranchising us. You know what I'm saying? That are continuously setting us back. Yeah, okay.
These are the same laws that these niggas playing this drill game.
Yeah.
They ain't abreast of. They don't know what's going on. It's like, I said this before, it's like you jumping into, the motherfucker just coming and jumping into a baseball game. Don't know the rules of the game. And all you want to do is just hit the ball.
Right.
You want to hit the ball and hit a home run. But you don't know nothing else about the motherfucking game.
Yeah.
So you gonna play a game you don't know the rules?
How you gonna play the game if you don't know the rules?
You know what I mean?
And that's what's gonna fail.
Right, y'all making it fail. And see, that's the problem now. That's why the so-called game, it's not even really for real. It's not even, which I'm so far removed from that, but it's not even as alluring as it was because the rules is all fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's not
even alluring. It ain't no
structure at all.
It's not even worth. You see what I'm saying? Especially after coming from what we done been through, and you realize it, man. You know it's not even worth it, man. When you sitting there, gotta wait for a visit. You gotta wait for somebody to send you some money. You hoping and praying somebody send you a letter and some pictures and shit.
You gotta take a picture back here.
You gotta take a picture back there.
You gotta eat out this vending machine.
All type of
They might not have nothing but jalapeno burgers in this motherfucker.
Right.
I don't want no goddamn jalapeno burger.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Who wants to subject themselves to that, man? Motherfucker telling you when you can use the bathroom.
No.
Motherfuckers looking down on you. You got these country redneck motherfuckers.
Stand up for count.
Oh my God.
Stand up for count.
Stand up for count.
Every day it's a mental game.
Every day, man.
Get your ass up. You ain't standing up for count. Writing your ass up.
You hear me?
Get the fuck out.
Because he ain't shit.
Man. You know, and so like the whole thing is, man, who in their right mind would want to subject themselves to that shit again, man? You know what I mean? Especially for something, man, that don't make no sense, man, or don't add up. These days, man, I'm all about that, man. Make it make sense. Man, it got to make sense. If it don't make no sense, shit, man.
Now, what was some of the worst treatment that you got, because you know we being in the joint, we get a hell of bad treatment from the COs, from the administration, the healthcare system. We get bad treatment from all of them.
Man,
What's some of the worst treatment you done had?
I say, man, Leavenworth was fucked up, and one of the main reasons why I say that is because Leavenworth, when I was in there, I was in A house, first floor A1, and they got them automatic doors, and when them doors shut, it's like a sense of hopelessness. And it's like I used to have this like feeling like, damn, man, you know, what if the end of the world was tomorrow and all the COs left and there was nobody on the other side to open up the doors?
Yeah,
because you ain't getting out.
This is one of the things I used to sit up here and think about. Like, boy, what if this shit all go bad?
And they just go home and leave us in here. You know what I'm saying? I'ma literally die in this cell. You know what I'm saying? And so like that was one of the things, man, just listening to that door shut, you know what I'm saying? Door slam shut. And then another thing, now on the flip side of that, a lot of times a lot of the violence that I witnessed will happen when them doors, as soon as them doors open up the next day. I seen so many niggas get it the next day. That next morning, they been and got into it with somebody that night. And as soon as they pop them doors in the morning, man, nigga in there on the set, nigga in there stabbing him. You know what I'm saying? Or he on his way to the shower, or he on his way down to the, you know what I mean, down to the because at that time when I was in there, they still had washers and dryers. I don't know if they still got the washers and dryers in there now, but nigga be going down there to wash his clothes, or anybody, nigga, a white boy, anybody. You know what I'm saying? And man, shit, they'll get him. You know what I mean? So like some of the worst treatment or some of the worst circumstances that I was under, man, was in Leavenworth, man. You know what I mean? Just that whole man, I didn't even see the stars for 4 years.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the moon or the stars. Damn. Nah, the windows where I was at, the windows was covered. You had to pay them up. Okay, so Leavenworth had a cell house.
Yeah.
Behind the cell house is a catwalk, a walkway, and then there's another wall, the prison wall that leads to the outside. Now that catwalk, in your cell, you got a little window, and you can see that catwalk, right, where the guards can walk between there. They rarely walk between there, but they do sometimes walk between there.
And do their rounds.
But it's very rare that they go back there. You know what I mean? And so like there's another window, and that window leads to the outside, but they had them windows painted shut. You know what I mean? So what you have to do, occasionally they'll let inmates work back there. And so you got to pay an inmate to scrape that window for you. So it might cost you 5-10 stamps to get that window scraped. So just so that way you can see the outside. Because Leavenworth is a wall. You know what I'm saying? The yard is a wall. You don't see the outside. You know what I mean? So for 4 years, I didn't even see the night. The wall 30 feet tall. Yeah, the wall 30 feet tall. And it's the wall 30 feet tall. I think it's like 10 feet wide. It goes like, I think like 10, 15 feet down in the ground. You know what I mean? You know, so
fortress.
Leavenworth, that was one of the first penitentiaries. At first it was Atlanta and then Leavenworth. You know what I mean? So it's old, it's dilapidated. You know what I mean? They had cats on the yard. You know what I mean? When I was there, they was just now starting to get rid of the cats.
Actual cats?
I mean, they had cats, like cats. When I went to Springfield, they had dogs.
But see, that's
they had a dog program.
They probably look at leaving them on the yard though as something to like help
with the rats and the birds and all that shit,
or with the inmates.
And then
because I know some inmates want to go down there and feed them, and you know that they give them a sense of comfort or something.
They did because they did have inmates that take, you know what I'm saying, take the commissary and go down there and feed them tuna and all that stuff. But come to find out, I don't even think cats don't even supposed to eat fish, but they was feeding them that shit. You know what I mean? But you know, yeah, man. You know that was a hell of an experience, man. But I will say this though. And it was just like the brother had said when we first got started, man. I used prison as a school. I didn't think about it like as prison because I didn't want to become hopeless. You know what I'm saying? So I said that instead of this being a prison, it's gonna be my university. You know what I mean? This is where I'm gonna strengthen myself at. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm a you know what I mean, learn to build that resistance up for alcohol and you know what I'm saying, drugs and shit like that, so I can stay off of that shit. So that way when I get back out into the world, I can, you know what I'm saying, you know, practice having clarity and you know what I mean, in my right frame of mind at all times, and you know what I mean. And so, like, you know, I thank God for that. I was able to, you know, build up a resistance for that.
So when you was in there, you know, you was out here, you know, you say you was out here doing your thing. You had a nice little support system. So when you find yourself going through that jailing like you did, going through the prison, Did you have that same support system?
Man, fuck
the
nah.
real got
Man, when
separated
I
from
went
the
to,
fake then, huh?
Man, fuck nah, shit. When I had a little broad I was messing with, when I stopped telling her where the money was, she was gone. Know what I'm saying? My children's mothers and them. So like my little girl's mother, her story was that she didn't want to bring my daughter to see me because she didn't want my daughter to see me like that, which that has affected our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Me and my daughter's relationship, because she was like, I didn't want her to see you like that, but I'm sorry, I shouldn't have did that.
And I'm sure she wanted to see you. Well,
I would hope so, but you know what I'm saying? Again, that affected our relationship. My son, he was in Atlanta at the time when I got busted. My son was living with me, so he had to go back to Atlanta, and so he out here, he was out doing what he thought his daddy and granddaddy would be doing, which was carjacking and call himself selling dope and robbing and shit like that. And so he ended up catching the case. And so like regarding support system, man, the only one that I really, really had for real was my grandmother, my father's mother, who I consider my mother. Man, that's really for real the only person I had for real.
Now see, I gotta go to the woman on this one. We got the boss lady in the building, E Mills. You hear me? I gotta ask you this question: if your son or daughter's father goes to the joint, how do you feel about bringing them to go see their father? As time goes on, and they got multiple years.
I did go through that.
You did?
Yeah, I did take it.
You didn't take them? Yeah. So you think it's a bad thing?
Well, the reason why I didn't take it because he was doing some foolishness because I felt like this. You didn't think about me or him when he was doing that bullshit. So I'm not about to rearrange my life or his to come and see you on bullshit.
And see, that's the other side of it. That's the other side of it.
I just wasn't.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want my son to think that was something to glorify either. You know what I'm saying? So I just did not. You meet up when you get out. You call, you talk, write, send pictures, whatever.
Yeah.
Meet up when you get out. I'll make sure that happens for you. And I did that.
Now, see, I could respect that, right? Because me, myself, personally, when I was in there, I was selfish. I wanted everything to go the way I said do it. I wanted things to be done the way I said for it to be done.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if that meant for me to tell...
Until that day come, we realize we ain't running shit from in there.
Yeah. And that's why I could
especially if they ain't paying the bills no more. You know what I'm saying? When they got to fend for themselves and all that shit, man.
I might have wanted my kids to come and see me, but I got to respect the fact that my son or daughter's mother feel a certain type of way about me being here or don't think that it's healthy for the relationship I got with my son or daughter.
Yeah.
Because you see the cycle that you say you went through when you had to go see your father.
Yeah.
Then your son had to come see you, then you had to go see your son.
Right.
So somewhere along the lines, maybe you think it was a thing where y'all kind of clicked in y'all head that like, oh, this is gonna be my man's way. Yeah. This is how a man's supposed to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Now the way she's saying it is like, I'm gonna break this cycle one way or the other. Mm-hmm. And that's by not letting them see what it's like or not letting him feel like this is glorified in no type of way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. But see, that's her opinion. This is my opinion. That's your opinion.
Well, in my particular case, that was like a double-edged sword because, you're not allowing her to see me under these circumstances. Yeah. And my son, I'm sure, like it had an effect on me. I'm absolutely positive it had an effect on him seeing me under those conditions and circumstances. But at the same time, in regards to my daughter, that didn't allow us because she was young at the time. I think she was like 7 when I left. And so like that, you know what I'm saying, that didn't afford us that opportunity to, continue to grow together, to continue to, to have that father-daughter relationship. You know what I'm saying? Just like right now, like I'm trying, the best I can to try to kindle that or rekindle that. But, it's just like we all know, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't get back lost time. That's why they take your time from you. The most valuable thing that you have is your time. And that's why they take that from you when you know what I'm saying, when you fuck up out here. You know what I mean? And so like, it's your time. A lot of things you can get back. A lot of things you get back, but you cannot get that time back. You can't, I don't care how you look at it, you can't get back, you can't make up for lost time, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you do. You just can't, And so like that's my whole thing, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying, trying to now I'm in legacy building stages because I've already lost so much time. So I'm trying to build this legacy. You know what I'm saying? What I leave for the next generation. You know what I'm saying? What can I leave behind that left my mark on this world? So that's one of my prayers.
So what you been doing since you came home to get that legacy started?
Man, working on a documentary. I've been, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I've been rapping since like the 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? It was B, like this other little homie named I was P baby and he was G baby. And so you know what I'm saying? We were rapping our homeroom class and shit. And so you know, like I've been rapping since then. Our very first CD that we ever cut was like in 98. I want to say it was 98 with JT the Bigger Figure. And it was called Big Boy Society Made Me Do It. We had the homie Killer Croc on there from the 20 block, and we had D Payne. His name was Mr. Reefer back then from 69th Street. Yeah. And so you know, that's the 7 Miles area. Shout out to 7 Miles and all them. There it is. You know, and so like no, that was our thing, man. So I've been doing this music shit forever, so I still got a passion for it. But like we was talking about, you know what I'm saying, my inspiration been shot to shit, man, because I got so many personal things going on. And again, I'm still playing catch up, you know what I'm saying? And so, but no doubt. But in regards to like that legacy building, man, like my father's working on a book. We working on a simultaneous documentary, putting a documentary together about his life. My life, of course, is intertwined with his. My son's life is intertwined in there. You know what I'm saying? We got a real story, and it's an authentic story. It's a story that's well documented, you know what I'm saying? Not only in the courts, but by the news stations and the internet and all this sort of shit. Yeah. So and then by the streets. Motherfucking go check the background, and you know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, you know, like, yeah, them guys have been stand-up guys, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so like we just feel like if guys like, and I'm not knocking them dudes, but we all know the story. But if guys like Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes and all them can tell their story, then definitely a guy or a man like Kenneth Rayford, his story needs to be told. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you know, that's the whole thing, man.
So
you know,
it's all public record, son.
Oh man, most definitely. Man. You can Google it. You know what I'm saying?
Do your research if you don't believe it.
Oh man, no,
black and white don't never lie.
That's one thing I keep telling these
niggas. Yeah.
You hear me? It's all public records. You hear me?
Yeah, shit. Yeah, you can't hide.
My name is Raymond Walker.
Yeah, for real. Man, for real. My government name is Paul Rayford. I'm a Rayford. So you know, it is what it is.
Records.
Yeah, no doubt. And so, like, you know, that's what we're doing, man, because, you know, tomorrow's not promised, man. And it's all about what did you leave, you know what I'm saying? What did you leave behind, man? Did you make the world a better place, man? You know, was you always a menace, you know what I'm saying? Or did you find a way, man, to make it right, make amends, you know what I'm saying, redemption, and bring something, you know what I'm saying, to the world, man, that the world benefits
you know,
from.
a lot of them young niggas, they don't give a fuck about that shit.
But, you know, man,
all they want to do is tear shit up, find a way to get to their next drugs, you hear me?
Yeah.
But the thing is, man, how long do that last?
Yeah.
How long did that last? It took penitentiary to make a lot of niggas change their mind.
Oh, man, no doubt.
It took the penitentiary to make sure that a lot of niggas seen that might be for them. And they cool with that. They can handle that. I don't feel like I can handle it. You hear me? I'm going to have to handle anything that presents itself to me. Right. But I don't feel like that's where I want to put myself in.
But you know what?
I want to put myself in.
But you know what, though? And what's crazy about it also, like a lot of people, especially these youngsters, man, they're not thinking about the consequences of their actions. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
And so, like, you know, what happens, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, they go shoot up something, do an accident murder, or might actually get their target and don't do it right and come back on them and shit. And then now here come the people kicking in their mama's door or their baby mama's house or their cousins or auntie's house and shit.
Bringing strife out everybody else.
Right. Snatch them up out of there, take them through the court process, get them down there for their 24-hour investigation, and before they 2 hours in, they already in their detective's room telling on little Pookie down the street.
Because they got to talk about all them numbers that the niggas didn't know they could do.
Right.
And now they can't do them numbers, so somebody gonna do it with them. Or they gonna get less time.
Right.
Fuck that.
Right.
No,
and what I've seen, what make it so bad, and they don't tell you this, man, but what I've seen a lot of times, oftentimes, man, the guys who did end up running their mouth, they didn't do their deal right or whatever, so they fucked around and got more time than the dudes that kept their mouth shut.
Oh, it didn't happen like that.
It happens like that, man. It happens like that. I bear witness to it. And so, like, man, like, that's the whole thing, man. Like, a lot of guys, man, They come in this thing, man, unprepared. You see what I'm saying? And and that's why it's all fucked up now. You see what I'm saying? Because they got the rules missing. You see what I'm saying? And they ain't do their homework, man, and find out what they was really jumping off into and what they was signing up for. Some people was born in the shit. Some people was sworn in the shit, man. You know what I'm talking about? And so, like, man, you know, a lot of times what happens, man, motherfuckers be fucking around off in something they ain't got no business, and they realize before it's too late, but it be too late, that they wasn't even cut out for it. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't even built for the shit. You know what I mean?
So,
you know?
So while everybody running around,
why you running around with your guns, trying to shoot up everything?
Perpetrate a gangster or a killer,
these niggas kill me running around. These kids running around here with their ladders hanging out. They call them the ladders, you know, with the little 30 pack. Like that's a fashion statement or something, man. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? You know what I mean?
I wouldn't want nobody.
I don't want you to see the gun. I don't want you to see it because you're gonna be the target.
I don't want nobody to know.
Let me say this to the camera.
I don't want nobody to know that I did.
Everybody that be walking around with your ladders hanging out and all this shit, you're gonna be the first one to get hit if somebody don't get you.
Because
you're gonna be the first one.
Because you spooked me, nigga.
Or if somebody coming to get you, or your homeboy, or one of them, you're gonna be the first one because he know you got it. So he know he gotta hit you first. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man, with all that, man. Just fall back, y'all.
Man, it's rules and regulations to this shit, man. You know, these niggas gotta figure that shit out, man. You know,
because we grew up under you ain't even supposed to see it until it's that last minute. You know what I mean? Till you get hit with it. You know what I mean? So a lot of times dudes take that like you scary for real. Like you want to keep a motherfucker up off of you. And that you sometimes we get the opposite effect of that. You be the one to get it first.
You know, I was taught by guys though. You know what I mean? And I like even when I first hit the streets, I started running around with dudes that was older than me. Yeah. They gave me the game. They was giving me lessons and teaching me what I supposed to do.
The dudes and
when I first got to the joint, I was lucky enough to be around a bunch of dudes that I knew from the streets and grew up with. So they gave me the joint game and showed me the ropes and what I supposed to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Dudes now, they not getting that. There's nobody teaching them nothing. So they just going through a fill-out process, kind of like raising kids where you don't know what to do. You're just doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So
trial
and error. And they taking all these bumps and bruises on their head, and now they just look, by the time they look up, they fucked up in the game. They fucked up. My mind fucked up, take them to a place where they hit that wrong drug. Now they didn't get the wrong drug, and now they can't never come back.
They can't never come back.
That chemical imbalance all the way off.
That shit fucked up.
And then a lot of the kids, man, they doing drugs and shit, man, and their brains ain't fully developed no way, man. You know what I'm saying? So they never give themselves an opportunity to develop for real, man. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, man, shit. You know, it's a never ending cycle that's constantly perpetuated over and over again, man. You know what I mean? So the thing is, just like what we was talking about, man, the brothers that are conscious and that do understand, man, gotta try to reach out to those who will listen. Listen. So at least we did our part, man. At least we said, hey, listen, man.
And you know what? This is what I want you to know. You can never be afraid to ask questions.
Right.
Never be afraid to pull up on somebody that you know or see or recognize as being successful in your eyes. There's nothing wrong with pulling up on them and asking them to give you a little something or to point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. The niggas be having too much pride where, man, fuck that nigga, I'm going to do it better or I'm going to get more and I'm going to do... Man, that's too much pride.
Right.
If I see somebody that's doing something that I admire, something that I feel like can put me in a better position in life, I'm going to pull up on them and be like, hey, well, how can I get down with the get down?
Right. How'd you do that?
You know what route should I take in order to reach the steps that I want to get towards success?
Yeah.
Give me something. Let me get something.
Yeah. Or what part can I play?
What part can I play?
That I can play? You know, how can I eat the chop?
Ain't nobody humbling themselves like that no more.
That
take too much humbling to do that.
But not only that, what niggas would much rather do, if they see you with it, they much rather take it.
They rather take it from
you. They want to try to take it from you. They want to rob you and kill you. You got $1,000 and they want to rob you and kill you for your hard-earned $1,000. But the white man got $1 million over there and they won't touch that shit.
Won't touch.
You know what I'm saying? But you or I, they gonna bust us upside the head, lay our families down, kill us over that $1,000. Because they find out we got $1,000 from a PPP.
This shit sad.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
That shit hella sad, man.
No sense out here.
And so, like, man, that's the whole thing, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying, trying to break these cycles, man, and wake our people up, man, the best that we can. You know what I'm saying? You know, many are called, but only few are chosen, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta fuck with your kind, man. You know what I mean? That's one thing that life has taught me, man. I gotta fuck with my kind. Because anytime I go outside of that, you know what I'm saying, it's always been a problem, man. It'll always be a problem, man. You know what I mean? Because everybody ain't gonna like you, man. My mother taught me that when I was young, and so I long since stopped trying to make motherfuckers like me. Accept me the way I am, I'm gonna accept you the way that you are. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we'll come together, man. If not, hey, there ain't nothing wrong with you. See what I'm saying?
I mean,
you know,
sometimes we gotta come to the realization. Maybe I'm just not a likable person. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just what it is. But I'ma still be me, and I'ma still push.
That's right.
And I'ma still do what I'm supposed to do. In the effort of solidness.
Yeah, that's right.
That's when it comes down to real recognize real.
Right.
Straight up.
Real.
If you being yourself, being 100, real gonna recognize that. And you being fake and all here, all prancing, real gonna step away from that.
And that's the thing, man, that we gotta teach these kids. Now they talking about doing everything for clout, and that's what the fuck is going on. It's all about clout. It ain't even about no money.
It's all about the clout.
That nigga want to kill a nigga on live just so that way he can get 100,000 views. Man, you know this motherfucking world is sick as fuck.
Sick.
It's sick as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They can kill. I watched a nigga kill his baby mama the other day. He killed his baby mother, and then he on live. He done killed her on live. And then he got his son and their little 2-3-year-old little boy, and it's on Facebook Live. Oh, but I got something else. Fuck Facebook. I got something else to go with it. I hate Facebook, but because I know we're on it right now. But look, so I just want to point the sickness out of this shit.
Yeah.
So the dude on there killing his son, right?
Killing
his baby mama. He killed his baby mother. His son is in the apartment. He done just shot at the police, talking about he want the police to kill him because he can't take it no more. He having a mental breakdown. And Facebook is allowing this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now the other day, okay, so that's cool. It's cool for them to show that. But the other day I tried to show the actual footage from when that white man went in there and killed them 10 black people. You know they restricted my account.
Cut you all the way
Yeah,
out.
they cut me all the way out because I captioned it. This is what we still facing here in 2022. This is what we still up against. So they restricted my account for 20-some days. But you'll let this shit where this nigga shooting the police, killed his baby mother. That's okay. It's okay for us to see that. So,
black
come on, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? You know, but anything that'll wake our people up and say, damn, man, they still out here killing us, man.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, what I look like, man, killing that nigga, man, because he owe me $20, man. Let me encourage that nigga go get a job or something. Or let me just quit fucking with him. You see what I'm saying? You know. But now they doing everything for clout. They putting everything on the internet and on these websites just so they can get 100,000 views. Nigga be dead in his casket with 1 million views. Nigga be dead. What the fuck is them views gonna do for you now? You know, or for your family. So I mean, you know, these are the things, man, that we got to make our people aware of, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And not just our people, because I don't want to just say, because man, for real, with me, it's bigger, man, than just black people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I look at it like you got white niggas too. You got Mexican niggas. A nigga is someone ignorant to me. That's just it. So you could be a white ignorant motherfucker, and I call you a nigga to me. You could be a Mexican ignorant motherfucker. It's just ignorant. So I don't subscribe to that race thing because I feel like it's only one race, the human race. You see what I'm saying? White people threw that shit out there, you know what I mean, to try to keep us separate. So we don't wake up and understand
Another
that
systematic
shit.
thing.
Another systematic thing. We gotta understand the shit that's been placed in front of us, so that way we can find out how to maneuver around it. If not, man, we gonna keep crashing into brick walls, man. Keep bumping our heads.
Exactly.
So that's why I say I don't exclude white people. You know what I'm saying? I don't exclude Mexicans, none of that shit. You know what I mean?
I fucks with.
You got to.
Some
And the reason why is because we all in this shithole together.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? We all in this motherfucking shithole together. You know what I'm saying? So
I
like
fuck
that's
with
my whole
knowledgeable.
thing.
If you're knowledgeable, if you got some hustle about you, I'm looking to fuck with you in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion.
Even deeper than that, let me tell you this. It's not about black or white. It's about good or bad. It's good versus evil. If a motherfucker can't see what we up against right now and what we living through right now, then they lost, dog. It's not about black or white. It's about either you a good person or you a bad person. You a fuck like they talk about this demon time. I like when Rich said in one of his new songs, that nigga was like, you niggas talking about you on demon time until we put you on the pavement. You know what I'm saying? Till your demon get put on the pavement. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck wants to be a demon? You want to call yourself a demon? So you want to call yourself a hellbound motherfucker? You want to say you a walking demon? Now to each is his own. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna never call myself something pure evil. You know what I mean? Why would I want to label myself like that? You see what I'm saying? But that's the shit that they teaching our people or teaching people. Period. That this is cool. You know what I mean? But how's that cool? Do you not think about your afterlife? Do we not look at that we here today, but we could be gone tomorrow? So, you know,
message.
That's all those things. You know, that's all those things. It gets deeper than that.
You know what? You said you got some music, right?
Yeah.
I want to see what this music is.
Okay.
Cal, do we got anything loaded up? Okay, let's shoot to the song first, then we go to the visual.
So I'm gonna see that.
So you gonna play that Where? Yeah. Okay, so the name of this song is called Where.
Set it up.
It was done at 64111 Studios. Shout out to my main man Jazz. We'll be back real soon.
Shout out 641.
One of my little homies from oh man, forgive me, man. One of my guys from what's his name who did the beat, man? Oh my. Hey man, forgive me, man, if you see it.
He's gonna blow you down.
You know what I mean?
He's
But
gonna blow you down.
hey, little youngster though, 17 years old, cold with the beat, but the name of the song was called Where.
Okay.
Yeah.
What it do?
Oh, J Soul on the hook.
There it is. What we got? Let's hear it.
God give us good in this world and the next. They lied to us. How will we ever recoup? They keep on blinding us. Constantly send us reminders of what's behind us. The coldest of the coldest cops, the coldest spineless. The old timers trying to prepare us, but we ain't listening. Too busy looking for a life by social distancing. Most of the people setting trends pretend to have the answers. While we out here dying from COVID, murder, and cancer. My mama died from dementia every day. I miss her, wish I could get some advice and plus hug and kiss her. Did 9 years in the feds, it made me stronger though. I ain't worried about a man and his problems, bro. All I know is move with the purpose. It ain't difficult, I can't help if I make you nervous. So stop the subliminals, the criminals. I grew up and show me love, homie. I can never pretend or be fake or phony. I can't get back. Are the reparations they hold black? Are the people who fight for us? Do we turn? Who can we trust? Do we go when we leave from here? All my people I ain't seen in years. All the mothers who shed those tears. All the fathers who show no fear.
Man, what you think? You hear me? I like it, man.
Where?
You say who was that on the hook?
Right on. That's J Soul on the hook. Shout out to J Soul. She be grinding, man. J Soul, man. You know what I'm saying? She does her thing, man. She's
I haven't
very
heard
talented.
of J Soul. What is
See,
J Soul?
Man,
doing?
J Soul, man. She's a young artist, man. Up and coming, man. You know what I mean? You can catch her at most of your local spots. She's real popular down on 18th and Vine, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got to open my ears up, get back to the streets.
Oh, yeah, J Soul, man. Shout out to J Soul. Thank you. She out, man. She on my other song also. You Never Know. So yeah, she does.
Okay, I know about that one. Yeah, that's the one with the video. Right?
Yeah, that's the one with the video. Yeah.
Okay, before we go to the video, let's give it up for our sponsor, man. Let's throw our sponsor up there so they know what it is. You hear me? We got Super Doula LLC.
Super Doula.
Put your cape on, friend, because we got this. If you need a strong support system, if you are currently pregnant or trying to conceive, if you need to spend time with a loved one, if you're in need of accountability partner, or you new to the area and you don't know anybody, call on Super Doula LLC. You can reach her at 816-982-3222. Super Doula LLC at gmail.com, or you can just go to the website, superdoulallc.com. You know what I mean? For all your paternity needs or your life goal needs, anything you got going on, holla at Super Doula.
Shout out to Super Doula.
That's what it is.
That's right.
Now, what we got on this video, though? What's up with this video?
So this is a video we shot back in 2021. It's an LB production, 51 Vision production.
I've seen this.
We recorded at
like this.
Where did we record at? 64111 Studios.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Check us out.
That's what it is. What's it called again?
It's You Never Know.
You never know.
Oh, that's real.
You never know. Let's go and check it out. Let's see what we got.
You say that you never leave me, but do you say all the things I say? You just never know. You just never know. You say that you never leave me, but do you say all the things I say? You just never know. You just never know. You say that you never leave me, but do you say all the things I say?
Imagine the world with no pain, no fears, no tears, just sunshine. It never rains, no stress, no strain, just fine times. I'm asking God to help me maintain my mind. Right now, I'm living my life, walking a thin line, and plus I don't know who to trust in this world of deception. While trying to escape the Department of Corrections, they done locked up so many of us for say drugs. Dear Lord, I don't wanna go to jail no more, but I gotta eat, and my seeds depend on me. Plus my mama keep telling me that it's gonna be alright. But mama, why I'm having all these sleepless nights? I sometimes just can't express my feelings. Fuck with that comes. How can I explain the robbing and stealing? I got no excuse. Before this rapping, I was just ignorant. Now I'm trying to change, and I got faith that everything's gonna be
That you never leave me, but do you say all the things I say? You just never know. You just never know. You say that you never leave me, but do you say all the things I say? You just never know. You just never know. You say that you never leave me, but do you say all the things I say?
learning and living, we're all in association. I ain't wanna see jail, stuck in a cell, steady pace. My thinking distraught from all this rage in my heart. It was part of their trap to try to tear me apart. To keep it composed was found down deep inside. The same as a killer when your mind tells you time to rob. My enemies die in the bliss of gun smoke. I witnessed him bleeding just from his eyes as he choked. He no longer resides in the land of the living. Or due to the game, the soul was life was what was given. Made bad decisions, which caught up with him in the end. Temptation is fatal, hell is your cradle when you sin. There's no way to win if you play the game wrong. Knowledge is power, so God you caring from the song. So God you live long, stay strong and stay focused. No life will never be a bed spread of roses.
You say that you never leave me, but do you say all the things I say? You just never know. You just never know. You say that you never leave me, but do you say all the things I say? You just never know. You just never know.
out to everybody that lost somebody. To the grave, to the penitentiary. It's gonna get better, y'all. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize. Better days are coming, y'all. Better days are coming.
Man, if that song ain't speaking to today's times, you just don't never know.
You know what?
Store,
I don't know how niggas be picking and choosing what they call good music. You hear me? But I choose good music off the way it make me feel.
There you go.
You hear me? Whatever feeling it gives me. You know what I mean? So that song right there put me in a mood like, damn, a thinking mode. That's what that song puts me in, a thinking mode, and I like to be thinking. So I like that feeling. You hear me? Right and on. I like that song.
Right on.
Yeah,
right on.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Now, you say you got a clothing line.
Right. So just like I saw in the video, this shirt, it's another one. It's my clothing line. It's called Masculine. We also are going to come with something here real soon for the ladies as well. I don't want to reveal that right now because it's still in the development stages. But this is my clothing line for us guys.
Yeah.
Masculine.
And that word masculine is what's lacking in this black community. Society. You know what I mean? Especially with these black men, masculinity.
Right.
You know, it's lacking. So everybody can't wear that shirt. See person with the wrong shirt, snatch it off of them.
Man. Shit, well, main thing, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, we wanna try to make sure, man, that like we was talking about, man, that we putting out the right images out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so that way, man, you know, we can continue, man, to try to at least, you know, we can't really make up for lost time, man, but we can start where we at right now, man, to continue to build and move forward, man, with the things that, you know, will help our people, man, and help, you know, our future generations to come, man, you know. Everyone's fear, but especially the powers that be, their biggest fear, man, is extinction, man. You know what I mean? And so, like, you know, the thing is, man, we all know, man, that we're not gonna live forever, but it's about what we leave behind and what we do while we're here, you know. Right. So, like, I just, you know what I mean, my biggest goal, man, is just I just want to leave, you know what I'm saying, leave it a little better than how I found it, you know. And so, you know, I just, you know what I mean, I just, you know, stay in my lane, man, and do what I gotta do, man. That's it, man.
Stay in your lane.
Before we get up out of here, tell the people how they can, you know, get up on the clothes if they trying to get in touch with you about the clothes.
So we on Facebook right now. I got masculine.com, but we not all the way up and running yet, but I have secured that domain name. And so you know, by the end of 2022, we should be fully up and running. So just expect great things from us. Again, we got a documentary that we're working on about my father, Kenneth Rayford. We got a book coming out. We also, you know, still messing with the music. It's been kind of slow due to some things that we had going on, but again, expect great things from us. I want to send a shout out to my brothers, man. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the time and the platform.
Thanks for coming, man. Telling your story, man.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all hearing and letting me share, man. So, yeah,
that's what it is. Now, before we get out of here, I want y'all to remember one thing, because y'all know how One Voice Radio be having this shit popping. You hear me?
That's right. Shout out to One Voice.
So tomorrow, Friday, every Friday, we got emails in the crew coming in here, doing their thing. Nice podcast. Check it out. You might get you some game. Then after that, you know we got how you say it again? How you say, because it ain't two broke hoes, it is
hoe-ish.
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 Mean a little bit, maybe a lot, this hoe-ish.
Man, you're going to get all type of information like you didn't know that you needed when you get on that hoe-ish. You hear me? Then Sundays, you know we got that smoke session. Ain't that what it's called? Smoke session? Smoke Session Sundays down there on 18th and Vine at the corner.
Nice kickback.
Y'all pull up, man. You know
It's
what
like
it
a big
is.
old kickback.
Mondays we got the Apollo on 18th and Vine at the corner, the new spot down there every Monday. Y'all pull up if you rap, sing, act, poetry, play an instrument, whatever you do, dance. Come on
And you
down.
will
see if
get
people in
booed
the
off
crowd.
stage. So if you get booed off stage, just kindly move on.
And
Let
come
the
back
next
and do
person.
your shit again.
Yeah, try again.
You hear me?
Try again.
Tuesdays. Coming real soon on these Tuesdays is the Real World Show.
Real World.
I hope y'all prepared for what's about to take place on this
Real
every
Dilla.
Tuesday. You hear me? Then we got Wednesdays. Y'all know every Wednesday is the Tree Blue preview. We got King Tut in the building. We got Money Marlo in the building.
Roll one,
rest of the
smoke
compadres, man, they doing their thing, man.
Yeah.
Y'all come in here, check out the latest and all the brand new music coming around the city. Other than that, we here every what? Thursday? Something
Every
like that. I
Thursday.
don't know shit. I just come
We
when they
here
tell
every
me to come.
Thursday.
You hear me? Straight up. So that's what it is, man. We out of here. This is Opinion Hated. I'm Ray, man.
I'm Big Low, man. Peace and love to y'all.
Centric.